What's going on, YouTube traders, investors? Today we're looking at ticker symbol F, Ford Motor Company. They're up over 40% in a month, but they got some recall issues. Let's get into it. Before we get in the video, if you like this type of content and want to see more, please subscribe to the channel and like the video because it helps out immensely. And also, smash that bell for future notifications. Okay, here we are in the 1-year chart. This is in the Thinkorswim platform presented by TD Ameritrade. And before we get into this chart and looking where Ford may be headed, we're gonna jump into the recent news. The first bit of news is not good news at all. Ford is recalling about 2.5 million vehicles in the US, Canada, and elsewhere because of a nagging door latch problem and a brake fluid leak. The door latch recall covers more than 2.1 million cars, SUVs, and vans in the US. The latches can fail and cause the door to open while the vehicles are moving. That's not good, Ford. Come on now. It's the third recall for the same problem. Okay, this is the third recall on the same problem. You gotta do better than that. Come on now. Ford is also recalling nearly 344,000 F-150 pickups in the US and Canada to fix a fluid leak from the brake master cylinder. The company says the problem has caused 7 low-speed crashes with 2 injuries. Come on, man. I had to say it. Ford has had nagging quality troubles with the latches, some car transmissions, and other issues that have hurt its bottom line. Now, if they can get these fixed, this stock could be a lot higher. Now, that's not counting on how the market is right now, but this company, if they can fix these little issues, they can be a lot better. So we're going to look at some positive news now. Morgan Stanley maintains overweight on Ford Motor Company, raises price target to $8. That's a good thing. Shares were up 5.4% during midday trading on Friday, and after Morgan Stanley raised their price target on the stock from $7 to $8. Morgan Stanley currently has an overweight rating on the stock. Ford Motor Company traded as high as $6.63 and last traded at $6.46. They go on to say that there's another analyst group, Value Engine, raised Ford Motor from a hold rating to a buy rating. May 1st, UBS Group lowered shares of Ford Motor Company from a buy rating to a neutral rating. Zacks Investment Research lowered shares of Ford Motor Company from a hold rating to a sell and set a $4.25 price target on the stock. That's not so good. The article goes on to say, in other news, director John C. Lechleiter bought 10,000 shares of the stock in a transaction dated Monday, March 16th. So it's kind of mixed on what the analysts think. I tend to go with the natural movement of stocks is up. So I'll say Ford is headed up. So let's go ahead and get into the chart. Here we are on the 1-year chart, and as you can see, I've been covering Ford for quite a while now, and I've got different support and resistant lines way back here, but that was before the pandemic, and as you can see, this is what we've done now. So we kind of consolidated back and forth because there was a lot of crazy choppiness going on in the market, but then it took off. And we reached a high of around $7.73 before Thursday and Friday happened. Wasn't so good. We're going to go ahead and zoom in. Now, as you can see from here on the 14th of May to right here, we're up over 40%. I'll go ahead and take this just to show you to where we're at right now, 43%, give or take. So the stock is definitely on a run, but where could Ford go? Now, this is going to be depending on what the market decides to do. I did a video on Thursday after the market closed, kind of explaining what I thought happened. And that was a bunch of computerized selling just from sell signals with all the 4 major indexes being overbought. So let's zoom back out, if this will cooperate. And we're going to draw probably some line. This was a lot of not really knowing. So we're going to zoom back in. We're going to take this low right here, come up to about right there, just to kind of give you the general direction of Ford. So Ford still could come down some if this short-term trend line holds. But what we've got right here is the 200-day moving average. So basically it closed underneath it, came back up above it. That was off of that Morgan Stanley rating, buy rating, and a price target of 8 is what helped it out that day. That was only 12th. So let's zoom back out. So let's say that we've hit the 200 and we're getting a bounce off of it, which I do believe the markets are gonna come back. This was just a case of severely overbought. And I'll just look at this. You can even look here on the RSI. This is the relative strength index. It's a very, very good indicator of when a stock is overbought and when a stock is oversold. So right here, anything above this line is 70, this line is 30. Down here is extremely oversold, so it's time to buy. Up here is overbought. So if you're looking at these indicators and you trying to figure out when to get in and out of a stock, say you're a swing trader, these would be really good for you to notice or to pay attention to. So extremely oversold at almost 80, it looks like on the RSI, if not over 80. So the whole markets were due to pull back. So I do believe you're going to see that they're going to get a bounce as long as the fears of a second wave of COVID-19 don't just totally wrap the market up and have it jittery, super jittery, and very, very uncertain. So the trend, I believe, is up for Ford. You have the analyst with the good upgrades, Morgan Stanley in particular. So I see this stock continuing up. You see the 200-day moving average it was sloping down, but it looks like it's flattening, maybe turning up. So where is Ford headed? Hopefully up. You can see at 773 is where the most recent high was. And that was when the market was like really, really, really overbought. Every stock was going up. It was just insane. But as we continue up, we're definitely going to see some resistance at about the whole dollar mark of 8. Because I called this out a while back. I thought it would stop at 8, but then COVID-19 happened and everything went down. So I'm thinking 8 is going to be a nice place to maybe take some profit, because I believe if it gets to 8, you're going to see it get rejected, pull back before it actually breaks that $8 mark. So that's going to conclude the video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel, like the video because it helps out immensely with the channel. And if you want to be updated, smash that bell for future notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.